Students of Reddit, what is your best school life hack? Find time to get some exercise in. All of that grab and go fast food catches up to you fast. I got fat as fuck in college and have since lost all that weight. I wish I made time to at least squeeze in a 30 minutes workout every other day. To add to this, a workout doesn't need to be led by a pro trainer. An hour long, at the gym. Once you get a membership or find a workout partner, etc., it can be enough just to walk around campus, the city, town for 30 minutes. Bonus points if you bring a podcast or audiobook with you. For math physics majors, learn how to use LaTeX early. It will save you a ton of time in the long run, and you'll need to know it for grad school anyway. I personally recommend LaTeX for problem sets, since it helps to see what you're writing live. Also, learning how to use Mathematica really well saved me countless times when I wasn't smart enough to do the math by hand. And for the folks that don't want to install anything, I would highly recommend trying out Overleaf. This is an unethical and specific one, but it worked wonders. One of the vending machines at school accepted UGR cards as dollar bills. Edit. Thanks for the gold, stranger. I turned off my phone for a small nap and come back to this. Edit 2. For those wondering, I found out from a friend. This is my favorite answer in this whole thread. It's made even better by the mere fact that someone had to think something like, I wonder if pot of greed could get me a soda. With this card I draw 2 sodas and put them in my hand. I think the real question is, who the f sticks a YUGO card in a vending machine expecting it to do something? If you have lazy teachers, Google a direct quote from a worksheet or assignment and you can sometimes find teaching resources and answers online. At my school the teachers have their own website and can make different folders for resources. The teachers have the option of putting a link on their site so students can access it. So teacher can see all links and students can only see ones the teachers put on the public site. I looked up one of the assignments for my AP environmental class and found a link to my teacher's answer folder for all homework. I really lucked out there because I had no clue what I was doing in that class. If I learned anything from my high school days, don't tell anyone, because if you do it will spread and then no one will be able to use it. You can Google by file type, using the syntax fill type. PDF name of the textbook I need will often give you downloadable versions and save you hundreds of dollars. Plus being able to see TRL+F a textbook is a lifesaver. This of course can be applied to any other file extension. Library Genesis. This can save students thousands of dollars. It has almost any book you would need with recent versions. If you need to participate in group discussion but unsure about the material, ask intelligent questions instead of trying to answer what you don't get. It'll buy you time and you'll still be participating. See the professor during their office hours if you need extra help understanding something. No one comes to office hours and they are usually really happy to help. To add on to this, pay attention to how often other people are participating. If it's a high participation class, you'll probably want to contribute 3-4 times even if you don't know what's going on. Snatch up the easiest gimme answers and ask a couple good questions and you're set. If participation is low, your teacher TA will be thrilled anytime someone says anything at all. Just ask like one question during class and you'll be fine. I had plenty of college discussion-based classes where certain students literally never talked. At most it would be once or twice in an entire semester, and only because they were directly addressed. For all my fellow commuters out there, meal prep. You will save so much money by making some rice and chicken at home instead of buying some food every day. I used to buy Subway twice a week as I was at school for a long time of those days. I just started to do meal prep and I feel so much better about not spending that much money anymore. Browse the textbook before the lecture, or at least skim the introduction and the section headings. It's a lot easier to remember information if you walk into the classroom with a little bit of context. If you don't know how to study, or have a hard time getting yourself to do homework, get a friend to buddy with. My ADHD can't study to save my life, but if my friend is in the room concentrating on that shit, I feel like I don't want to be left out, and I'll buckle down so we're on the same page. If you can't manufacture executive function, peer pressure is fine too. Before exam, make a copy of all the material you have to know, but change it in the way you would explain it. It helps a lot to learn the subject. I found that explaining the concept out loud, even if it's to nobody, really helped me or made me realize what I still didn't know. Get enough sleep. Seriously, I know it's hard. I know there's not enough hours in the day, but if you're gonna cut anything, it shouldn't be sleep. Sleep more than you study. Study more than you party, and party as much as you can. So 9 hours sleep, 8 hours of study, then 7 hours of party, every day. Gotcha. Don't spend your school time on Reddit, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm not doing that right now. Hey, I spend 30% of my workday posting on Reddit, and I've gotten a significant promotion every year since I started here without changing my work habits yet. So, all you students out there ready to start working, ignore responsibilities 30% of the time and you'll be upper management before you know it. Disclaimer, your 70% effort should outshine your coworkers' 100% effort. Peanut butter can be a meal. Woof woof. Doggy doggy, what now? If you're nervous about presenting something or speaking out loud because you're forced to, just know that the majority of students around you feel the same way as you, if not worse. That always helped me get over the fear of talking out loud. Wikipedia not working? Type 0 in front of the W and hit enter. Now you have Wiki 0. All Wikipedia format, just on a different site. Laminate your notes so the tears just roll off, not OC. On a serious note, this is kind of but once I left my charger at the library and it wasn't at the lost and found, so I came back a few hours later when a different person was working and asked if they have found a white Apple phone charger, which I saw that they had earlier, and they just gave me this charger. Lost a charger and got a new one for free. Edit. Another tip. Try not to buy books from the bookstore. You buy more expensive books and then when you sell them back the store will only give you 30%. If it's actually value for it, then they will resell the same book for 100% of the price next semester. I've been able to find all of my textbooks as a Dart PDF file online. College instructor here. Here are my best tips for getting good grades in my classes. 1. Read your syllabus. It'll tell you what the assignments are and how much they are worth for your total grade. So if you're in a situation where you're in a time crunch and have to choose between doing 2 assignments, you can do the one that's worth a larger percentage of your grade. Not that I advise skipping homework, but if you have to, you have to get a calendar and plan ahead. At the beginning of the term, you should write down when the tests are, but also the due dates of the large projects. Then, working backward, set milestones about how far you should be on the project so you don't procrastinate and try to cram it all in at the end. Once you have a plan set up, follow it through. Do the work with the intent of the question in mind, not the literal wording. Instructors aren't always perfect in their wording, so if a question says something like do an internet search for software to help you in whatever discipline and explain what you find, do what you know the professor is asking. Don't just write I did a Google search and a bunch of links came up. You won't get points for being clever. 4. Use correct grammar and spelling. You'll get a bad grade if I have to decode your answers. 5. Don't use services like Quillbot or Check. If your answer comes too close to the textbook company's answer on a short answer question, you're going to get flagged as a potential plagiarist, and I'm going to watch your answers like a hawk for the rest of the term. Just do the work as assigned. It's not that hard unless you're going into medicine or physics or something like that, in which case it is that hard, but you need to actually learn it, so you should do the work anyway. 6. Do projects outside of school that are related to your field of study. This stuff stands out in a big way when it's time to get a job. When an interviewer asks what did you do outside of class and you can say that you worked on a project related to your field, you'll see the interviewer's eyes light up. 7. Learn how to eat like an adult. A lot of people never learn how to do this. Good nutrition will not only keep your weight in check, but you'll have more energy during the day, and for study sessions at night. And coffee equals energy. 8. Learn to drink like an adult. Binge drinking will make you feel awful, and will take you days to recover. Have a good time, but know your limits and be safe. 9. Don't come to class high. I will know, and you'll be branded as that kid who comes to class high. 10. Use the opportunity to meet people that aren't like you. Sounds corny, but we all live in our own bubbles, and school is a great place to learn about cultures unlike your own. Good luck, students.